grandchildren who were going out to a park to play, and they decided to close off the park to protect the president's grandchildren. Okay? There's no way in hell that that perimeter shouldn't have been checked thoroughly. There's no way in hell that guy should have got up there. The stuff that witnesses are telling you about this guy getting up there, that shows me clearly that there was multiple people not doing their jobs.
Sure.
Now, whether that was on purpose, like screw it, I don't care what happens to Trump. Nobody really wants to shoot him anyway. He's at a rally where everybody loves him. If somebody took that attitude, or if they intentionally said, you know what, I want to see the guy get shot, or if they were just, crap at their job, let's say, to be nice, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they were either bad at their job or they intentionally didn't give a crap. I don't think they set him up. I don't think the Secret Service was in on it. But there's your two honest answers. It was a crap job, either intentionally or unintentionally, by the Secret Service. There's no way that that kid should have gotten there. And I think, honestly, he wasn't like, must kill Trump, must kill Trump. I think it was, if there was a big enough Miley Cyrus concert nearby that was open air, and this kid thought he had a shot at it, he would have taken a shot at a concert like the guy did in Vegas. He would have taken a shot at a big event somewhere. It just so happened that the Trump rally was there at a time when he couldn't get out of school. I really feel that way. I think he would have went to his high school or a school that represented something to him, and he would have done that to get a good amount of people for the fish in the barrel effect. And that's all there is to it. And nobody wants to hear this from me, by the way.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. It does. It really does. It doesn't bother me, Chuck. So.
Well, it's that simple. You don't need to reach deep into the conspiracy rabbit hole to get this. I think that's
it's somewhat it's Occam's razor. You're Occam's razoring it. So.
Occam's razor, exactly.
So why not?
So shut up now, and you can do your thing, and we can get on to Uncle for a half hour or so, which I'm looking forward to. But hey, we'll do a half hour, Uncle, or who knows? Maybe run a little long. Whatever you guys feel like.
We'll see how we'll see how it goes. We'll see how Uncle's teeth hold up. We'll see if we have callers. We'll see all that.
Okay. So with that, I hope you're not upset that I hijacked some of your time. I hope your listeners aren't too angry at me. I think I made a good, solid point, and I really want you to seriously consider that. And I'll help you in any way I can with that work, because I think it would be such a valuable, unique piece by somebody who is rational and intelligent and has a lot to say, unlike a lot of these other morons that are out there, whether the Russians are paying them $100,000 or not. There's a lot of morons out there that just run their mouths about nothing. But you would actually do something productive, useful, and unique. So I'd love to see you do it. Anyway, with that, I'll shut up. Okay. And we'll get on to Uncle when you're ready.
Sounds good. Let's do that, Chuck. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you, as always, for producing. It's always a pleasure being here live on Friday nights, the Ocelli Radio Network. And seeing as how we are, the listeners know what's next. It's Uncle the Podcast coming right up, so we will get to that. But I will just mention, again, theageoftransitions.com, my website. My name is Aaron Franz. As always, I will leave you by saying, seeker, seek on.
The age of transition.
Revelation through conversation.
Let 'em know. Let 'em know.
Yo, this is Doug Campbell, host of the Dallas Action Podcast presented by Wall Street Window. And you are listening to the Ocelli Effect, revelation through conversation.
Do you like history, real history, that you were never taught in schools? Why? The Vietnam War, nuclear bombs and nation building in Southeast Asia, by author Mike Swanson, with new documentation never seen before that'll open your eyes to events that led up to this. Why? The Vietnam War, nuclear bombs and nation building in Southeast Asia, 1945 through 1961. Get your copy today at Amazon.com. Why? The Vietnam War, by author Mike Swanson.
Nuclear holocaust. You know what uranium is, right? This thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of, you know what uranium is, right? Bad things. Things are done with uranium, including some bad things. Nuclear holocaust. You know what uranium is, right? I've been briefed. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. You know what uranium is, right? This thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of, you know what uranium is, right? Bad things. Things are done with uranium, including some bad things. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust.
The Ocelli.com radio network.
Decided to copy us. Open lines on Fridays.
Good.
War State by Michael Swanson explains the great national transformation that took place and put the Kennedy presidency in the context of the times and reveals never-before published information about the Cuban Missile Crisis. President Kennedy would not have been assassinated if he had been president 200 years ago. His assassination took place in the context of the Cold War and the rise of the national security state. Before World War II, the United States was a continental republic. In the decade that followed, it became an imperial superpower. Generals such as Curtis LeMay not only wanted to invade Cuba, but knew that there were short-range missiles on the island armed with nuclear warheads that they could not destroy because they were on mobile launchers. Their invasion could have led to a third world war, and they wanted to go to war anyway. The War State by Michael Swanson reveals why and will show you what President Kennedy was up against. For more information, thewarstate.com.
Ocelli.com.
ID, and then we'll play off of that tune into the Uncle intro. Okay, sound good? Okay, and then you'll be live, Uncle. And like I said, don't worry about it. You want to do 20 minutes? We do 20 minutes. You want to do a whole thing? We'll do whatever you want. No pressure. Yeah, no pressure. All right. Yeah, just relax. Okay, let's see. I'll bring sound up now. You're gonna hear the Franny music or whatever. Okay, hold on.
Shelly.com radio network.
Ohtani.com.
This is Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, hold on, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Back again. This is a Friday night. 348, I believe. Let's see.
That's definitely close. Yeah, it's somewhere around there. We're up there in episodes.
We're getting 348, was it?
Yeah, we've we're broadcasting live Friday night on the Ohtani.com radio network.
I'm down to 2 more to make it 250. I'm trying to make the 250 mark.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you're listening to this on the live stream, you might say to yourself, hey, it's a replay. No, we went to air real late on the Uncle Show here tonight.
This is a late show of mine because, in fact, I'd like to tell you people, I walked in here and it was 10 after 8 from my watch, from my phone. Check watch, and as I walk up after I see, it's 10 after. Yeah. I better go walking up. So I start walking up. This transition man
government
is
hour.
Is still talking.
I like that transition man.
That's his transmission man. I call him transmission man.
Okay, gotcha.
That's his nickname.
That's
to me, that's his nickname.
That's a new one.
Hey, whatever you say. Sidekick, Mr. Sidekick,
Mr.
Side woman kicks every now and again, gets involved
woman
in
kicks. Yeah, all that, right?
Yeah. That's a nickname for his show. I say. Almost.
And then we've got, of course, not only on Ohtani.com, the radio network, but also we're live streaming on our video channels at Uncle Podcast on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch. We've got Creative Accents just chatting up a storm on Twitch, Uncle.
I hear this clicking back and forth. I want that man to talk on this talk show. I want to get him on the line.
Well, he kind of is.
And start talking.
He's chatting. He's chatting.
I know there's chatters, but
that's a form of talking.
Dude.
Hey, look, one of these days,
dude.
Uncle, I'll tell you this. He's supposed to, okay, and he said, and I hope he's still going to be able to do it, but he said he's going to meet me in Dallas, Texas, okay, this year when I go to Dallas. So if he meets me in Dallas, Texas again this year, I'm going to have a long talk with him, okay? I'm going to see if I get enough money to take him for a slice of pizza or something, and I'm going to sit down with him, and I'm going to talk to him about, listen, man, I don't care if you call into my show or if you want to come on. I got a picture of him and me, and I haven't published it anywhere. I say, I know you want to hide your identity and all that, but I'll tell you what. You got to call into the Uncle Show, okay? You have to do it. Just one time. Even if you only do it one time.
I don't care. Yeah, one time, fine. I don't care. One time would be fine. I'll take one time for him.
One is better than nothing.
Yeah. So just to hear his voice is barely what I want to hear.
Right. So the thing, I have your approval to go to him and say, okay, I'm not going to say what his name is even, but Creative Accidents, where he just uses, his on-air name. Creative Accidents, I want you to be able to call in as Creative Accidents. One time.
Yeah,
All right, and you're happy if I get him to do that, right?
Yeah, wait. Then that's all I want to do. I just want him to do. That's it.
That works. That's it. Nothing fancy.
I just want to make sure that I have your approval to do it. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. If you're happy, I'm going to get that done. I'm going to sit down. So Creative Accidents, you're listening. You heard me say it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sit down with you. And on behalf of Transition Man and and Mrs. Sidekick and Buster the dog and everybody, Mrs. O will be there. Frankie will be there. So we're going to give you the Ocelli pressure. We're going to sit down with you and be like, look, we give you some pizza. You got some Italian food in you. Now I'm going to make you an offer that you ain't supposed to refuse. You understand? Mr. Creative Accidents.
I just want to hear his voice. That's all.
That's it. Huh?
That's it.
It's a unique voice. I will say that. I have heard it myself.
I know.
I know
You heard
it's
it.
a
I
unique
never
voice.
have.
Wait, you meet him? Wait.
Yes, sir. Yes.
He met him.
I did.
Oh, okay, but he visited you guys, I thought. I thought he met both of you.
No, that was just me. It was
just
him. Only
Transition.
myself. Only Transition Man, yes.
Just him. I didn't see him.
Mm-hmm. I was coming directly out of work, and we met up right then. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It comes with me with this paper thing I have behind me.
Yeah.
He made that. I appreciate it.
I didn't see it. He posted on social media that big cardboard thing. I didn't quite know what to do with it when he showed up.
So,
Uncle,
Uncle's been completely frustrated here. He's never even heard that. You at least have heard the guy's voice. You're telling me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I posted in the chat room just so you know, and I know Uncle always wants to know this, and we got to get to the phone callers because this may be an abbreviated Uncle tonight. But before we go to the phone callers, just a quick thing. I want to let people know who's listening, which is an interesting group tonight.
Oh, who is?
Well, we have the wonderful people in Germany who got on 5 hours ago, supposedly, and they've been listening for 5 hours in Germany to Ocelli.com radio.
Oh, cool.
But here's a crazy one. About the time that Uncle started, or should have started, a little bit before Uncle's start time, Denmark got on the radio stream. I don't often see anybody from Denmark.
Oh, wow.
On the video stream. And you have, let's see, right now, there are, from what I can see here, is possibly 3 people from Denmark, all on Weird Player, the Nemesis player. I don't even know what that is. Some people are listening. If I take a look at their user agent, it says Mozilla, it says Apple, it's Apple iPad, Apple iPod, Apple iPhone 5, Apple iPhone 13, right? All these different things.
Yeah.
But, and a lot of Mozillas. But this is the first time I've seen this Nemesis player.
Hey, I'm getting popular people listening to me.
In Denmark, Uncle. And that's the weird thing is that we got nobody listening in Canada. So,
that's my place in Canada. Let's say that. That's
you got some buddies up in Canada, and nobody's listening in Canada tonight. They're not, they'll have to get this later. But we got nobody listening in Canada. We got nobody in the UK, and those are usual stops for the Uncle Show.
Oh, yeah.
So for some reason, these guys are taking the night off. We got people all over the United States that for some reason my ID thing is now taken away, letting me know exactly what state they're in for the most part. And we just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just 5 additional people jump on in the U.S., which probably came from us putting on Twitter. And these are people,
that and I've got this weird Instagram live feed going too, which I have not done yet before, Chuck. So that might be having some kind of effect here. It's all it is just they can't even hear you talking on the Instagram, Chuck. But
that's weird.
They're just getting us in the room, so it's something different, But
oh, and one more just jumped on international. I love this, by the way, in Corleone, Sicily. Okay. Buongiorno to Corleone, Sicily. Could be an Ocelli from over there. There is a handful of living Ocellis in Sicily, an even smaller handful of living Ocellis in America.
Now, you might be getting jealous, Yuck. You might be getting jealous, because if they're coming over to my show, just saying.
Hey, look, Uncle, I did a thing on the mob one night that I advertised in advance. and it was wild. I had a whole gaggle of people from Italy came on that night. It was like all of a sudden all over Italy, and I'm telling you, they were coming from. I could see it. It was like Rome and Sicily, and then there was people in Switzerland. I'm like, oh, you're just outside of Italy. I never get people listening live in Switzerland.
There you go.
And there was Germany popped up, not the Germany that we usually get. And I went, wow, there's a lot of people from Italy and people that just had to leave the country, probably, that are just outside of Italy listening tonight when I'm doing a mob special. So I thought that was interesting. And also I saw a lot of people in New York that night on the stream when I could tell what city they were in. So just telling you, though, I don't usually get Denmark is like an uncle thing, mainly. That's I've never seen that country come up. So you got listeners in Denmark that tune into the Ocelli Radio Network just for Uncle. You know, just there's people that tune in just for certain shows I do, and there's people that tune in just for Aaron. And when I've had other hosts, they would tune in from different places, and I knew, you know, that's Jack Blood's listener. That's, you know, Chris, that's, you know, Chris's listener, Chris Graves. Oh, that guy's just listening for Pierce Redmond, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
I do it. And like a whole bunch of extra people from Canada when I had the Jeffrey Matt show, which, by the way, you know, we send warm healing wishes to Jeffrey Matt. I have not heard from him in a while. And last I had heard from him, he was quite ill.
Oh, God. I didn't
know. Matt is, but just publicly, I want to say that I still consider you a friend, a brother, and I hope that you are okay. But when he was on from Canada, boom, we got extra Canadian listeners. And Uncle usually gets Canadian listeners.
Yeah, I do.
All that having been said, let me turn it back over to you, and I'll shut off my mic completely because, Aaron, you haven't even given out the phone number yet, and we've got a caller that's been waiting now.
Oh, yeah.
Give the phone number. Put the phone number there, sir.
We need to do that. Okay.
Take going.
We are live on Friday night, as always. The call number is 319-527-5016. You can also use Skype if you choose. If you do, you type a message to Chuck.
True, sidekick. Get it in there. Now, you got to type a message to me, and not to Chuck. You type it to what?
Charles.Ocelli. So
Thank you, sir.
Charles.Ocelli on Skype. Type a message. He'll call you. Or call. You can just use a phone and call 319-527-5016. You'll be talking with us.
Jimmy James, you just hung up, dude.
Our
Jimmy
one caller
James
just
on here.
We were just getting to Jimmy James. Jimmy James, call back in. I was just tapping. I had my cursor on the button to put you on. As soon as Aaron was done talking, and you went, boom, you're gone.
That's fine.
Call back in, Jimmy. I'll put you on 2 seconds after you're on the line. As soon as I see, you'll be on live.
Jimmy or anybody else who calls, you'll be on with us as soon as you call 319-527-5016. Calls every Friday night on the Uncle Show. We take them.
Yeah,
we might have been the first people to do that, maybe.
Well, you know what? Sidekick. What did he call you? Transition man?
Yeah, I'm
transition man.
Tonight, that's me, yeah.
All right, transition man. Here's what we're going to do. A little extra thing is I'm just going to put, I'm going to set it right now so that people get right through. I'm not even going to screen them. They're just going to go right on. As soon as you call in, you'll hear the little announcement, get ready for the Ocelli effect. And anybody who calls after I'm done saying this, you're going to be live right away. That's it. So be ready. When you call in, you're going straight to live. I'm not even getting in the way.
Okay.
Wow.
Hold on. Let me take this thing off. Let's see. Open mode.
That's what it's called.
Okay.
Mode. There we go.
All lines are open. Hold on 1 second, though, because I do need to mute one of these lines to make sure. Let's just make sure about this.
We're living dangerously now with this. This is something new. We have not done this yet.
I haven't heard this one.
This open line thing.
It's open line. Now they call me for open lines. Who want to talk to me now? Oh, where did it go? Let's move on.
We do have a caller. Oh. You're live, dude.
You're live? You're on
there
here.
you go. You're on.
Uh-oh.
Where is it?
Caller, are you there?
Are you there, caller? Let's go.
Noise. They didn't make much noise. Hello? Oh, I don't know what's going on there, but suddenly...
What is going on with the lines?
Yeah, you're going to have to call back in, or you're muted somehow on your phone. Something has gone wrong here, my brother.
Here we are trying to get the first
technology
call.
issues.
Technology's going crazy. It doesn't know what it wants to do.
They ran out of battery.
Yeah,
Let me
that
check
could,
something.
that could have happened. Put the
Hold
battery
on.
charge on.
Something happened.
Okay, hang on a second here, because we might have a line or something. Let me make sure, because I see them on the line, but we're not hearing you. Hold on.
Oh, really? Oh, so somebody is there.
Oh, all right.
Interesting.
You know what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, okay.
We're going to take a quick break.
To fix your problem on your side.
I'm going to redo the phone lines and make sure this is good. So,
okay.
Caller, hang on. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but hang on and we'll be right with you. And meanwhile, everybody listening to the Ocelli.com radio network, you're going to get treated to a little bit of music and an unusual kind of quick break here. But we're going to come right back with the Uncle Show on Ocelli.com radio.
No.
All right, I'm going to hang up with you, Aaron, and call you right back.
Okay, sounds good.
Because it's... We're back to live on the Ocelli.com radio network. Sorry, Aaron, I didn't hear you picking it up, so I wasn't sure if you got it. But we are back to live. And anybody who calls in at 319-527-5016 right now until the end of the Uncle broadcast, you're going straight to live on air. I'm not even screening you. As soon as you call in, it'll say, get ready for the Ocelli effect, the pre-recorded thing you get, and then you're on air. So I'm not even going to watch it. You show
up. All right, Chuck, I got it, man.
Oh, he's in.
There he is. That's one. That's not...
what the hell? Open lines. This is something else. Chaos over the air. So, chaos. Uncle, is it still baseball season, man?
Oh, this is
Eddie. Are we still talking baseball here?
This is Eddie. Hey!
We're still talking baseball, right?
I would think so.
It's going to take care of you guys. Don't worry about it. They're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of you. Be fine. Take it easy, Ed.
If you go down to the run down to the freeway, you could probably wave at the Padres bus on the way back to their little border town they're from.
You know something? That's
they're on their way back there right now.
You're on water zone, boy. You're on water zone, boy.
Water zone.
Water zone.
The Pacific Ocean.
He's on water zone saying this, saying that.
There's a lot of water.
Listen now. Now we're talking baseball. I wouldn't worry about it because
I'll still abide by.
I still believe your starters ain't that good against those Mets. They're not going to be that good against those Mets. I'm telling you right now. About them. They're going to have a big problem.
Hey,
you might have got by this team.
18 shutout innings the last 2 games, man. So I might be changing my mind about maybe the pitching's coming around just in time for the Mets. I hope.
Yeah, sure.
Something happened. Something worked out for him. That's for sure. I saw the beginning of the game tonight, not the end. I saw the beginning.
Yeah, unbelievable.
What happened was they finally
shut out in a row, man.
The fourth game, they finally woke up. Let's put it that way. Realize, hey, this is a World Series time. Well, you don't sit on your rocking chair just watch your shows. But
that's
he's
right. You're right, man.
But watch it. You got a damn Mets that's very good right now. They're hot.
No, the Mets are hot.
That's what I said.
The Mets are not.
I know. That's what I just said.
I'm not sure that the Mets would have been my choice to go up against because they're hot as hell right now.
I would. Yeah. I would be happy to go up them.
Oh, you saw this coming. You saw the Mets win.
I saw it coming.
Uncle saw it.
Because now, me and Chuck got a dividing to do.
Well, wait a minute. I thought you saw the Padres and Mets coming.
No. I saw it.
I'm just teasing you, man.
Listen here, you move that phone on.
Uncle, you've been seeing things.
I'm telling you this. Chuck knows it, and I know it.
Oh, what does Chuck know?
It's going to be. Hold on there. Sit down. Relax here, Chuck. Relax. Okay. I'm talking to Eddie here for a minute.
Okay, I missed the whole. Well, just let you know, I don't know what was happening the past couple of minutes. I had to step away because not only is there chaos on the phone lines, but I had chaos in my house, and I got chaos with my dog, and there's all kinds of weird stuff. So,
house.
Uncle Chaos, okay? Yeah. Uncle Chaos. That should be your new show, Uncle Chaos.
Uncle Chaos.
Yeah, yours.
Oh yeah, maybe that could be transition.
Transition
man.
Open lines with Uncle, man.
I'm saying this.
Uncle Chaos with the transition man.
We have decided it's coming close. The Mets and the Yankees on the Siege series.
Okay.
Me and him got a double game going on this. It might come true. I'm letting tell that.
Oh, the Subway Series.
So you're predicting a Mets Yankees World Series. Is that what we're let's mark it down here. Uncle's predicting a Mets Yankees World Series, a Subway Series that Chuck's talking about last week.
Correct. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. And he was saying, well, I'll go with Lalo.
And I'm still pulling for the coast-to-coaster, man. We're going to have a coast-to-coast playoff series here, but then,
No, the coast-to-coast series is not going to happen.
There's nothing left for the Yankees if they got to go back and forth with the Mets.
The Dodgers.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be a. It may even be a sweep. Eddie, it might be a sweep. You don't know. You don't have any idea. It might be a sweep because they got the pitching.
Who's they?
Dodgers just got slight pitch. They don't have it to do it. If you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, man. Maybe the pitching's coming around now. Some of those guys were coming off of injured list. So maybe they're getting their mojo back, and we're ready to take on the Mets, the Yankees, whoever else.
This is a shock if they're starting up. Well, this is a shock if they're starting up.
It's a shock.
Because look at
I was shocked. Hey, I don't know when the Dodger pitching's thrown 2 games in a row, 18 innings plus whatever they might have had before the other game, shutout innings. That's like, that's unheard of in recent times.
Out of those pitchers, there was 2 that were good. The last week, what day was it? Thursday, Friday, Wednesday? Was when they played it. What's it called?
Yeah, day before yesterday.
Day before
yesterday. I think there's about 6 of them that were good because they had a bullpen game.
Pitcher and the bullpen game, and
they had about 6 guys.
And the one tonight. And the one tonight. So they need
Yamamoto showed up and the bullpen showed up, man.
They need them all to work. But now they have to realize, we got to play those Mets. That could be a problem. That could be a problem.
Is that a problem?
Hey,
we got another caller.
I think the Padres might have been a bigger problem than the Mets. I don't know. The Padres are no slumpers, man. The Padres had a really good team this year.
I still abide
the Padres was not an easy thing.
Well, no,
what about the Tigers?
Wait a minute.
Tiger.
Oh, wait a minute. How the Tigers coming along, Ed?
Tiger.
I mean,
say again?
How the Tigers coming along?
Jimmy. About the Tigers, yeah.
The Tigers aren't I think the Tigers are in, aren't they?
No, the Tigers are still wild, but after they beat the Guardians, then they'll be.
They got one.
I thought they had it all.
No, they got to play tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow. You're right. They're playing tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Okay.
That's right. They have that game played tomorrow, and see where they go.
Yeah, the Yankees' opponent is still to be announced. It looks like, right?
The Yankees are in.
The Yankees are in.
No. Yeah. The Yankees are in. Yeah.
But their opponent is to be announced. Looks like.
Right. So that's it.
2, 3. Yeah, it looks like.
So.
Determined them yet.
Yeah, right.
Tigers or the Indians or Guardians?
Yeah, the Indians, Tigers.
Well, the Tigers, their pitcher.
I don't know. I'll be talking baseball.
No, they're
tied 2-2.
They are 2-2.
Their pitcher, Agamuchu Kukutu, and his relief pitcher, that Smarty Harvey guy. Look, they're both pitching at 800. I mean, what are your guys doing?
How is your Detroit pitching staff, Jimmy? How is your pitching staff of Detroit? I haven't really been watching them much.
I just told you they're doing very good.
Oh, that was them. That was them.
And the pitcher pitching at like 800 average. That's why I was wondering how's your pitchers?
Yeah, they're tied 2-2 with the Guardians, but it looks to me like they've kept it pretty low scoring so far. Let's see. They got 0. Okay, in the first game against the Guardians, they gave up no runs.
No runs.
Let's see. In the next game, what did they do?
I don't know.
Well, let's see. Wait, 1-1. Let me go back a little because in the first game it was different. Okay, in the first game they gave up a lot of runs, 7. All right, that's my mistake there. In the first game, they gave up 7 runs, but since then, it looks like they've been pretty tight. I mean, they gave up 0, and then, let's see, next game, they give up 0 again. So, and then, okay, now in the one that they just beat them out on, they gave up 4. So, you're looking at a fairly tight, I mean, outside of the one aberration there. Where they gave up 7 runs. It looks they're running pretty tight. I mean, if you can keep the opponent to less than 3,
right?
You're doing pretty good.
Holding them down for 3 hits. The hits is what you're looking at. The hits.
No, I'm looking at runs. I don't know.
And the runs and the hits put together. I should have said.
Well, usually, look, if you the logic in baseball is obviously if you can string together enough hits, you get runs.
Hits and runs. I mean, if they slow them down and do not hit many stuff, that means they slow them down.
Yeah, and it looks to me like when the one guy who pitched 4 innings gave up 4 hits. That's Trevor Bybee in the one pitching match. I mean, let's see here. It doesn't look too bad. It looks like they're keeping it pretty tight all the way around the Tigers, except for that one game they kind of lost control there.
Interesting.
Well, we still might see them Tigers. I mean, those Tigers. We could be all washed out, Chuck.
They can make it all the way. They have the ability to do that. I'd have to see the bracket in front of me. I'm having
no offense to Jimmy, but I don't see the Tigers getting through this. To be honest with you, I think the Yankees will beat them up. No, I think the Yankees will beat them up if they can survive this series, which they should be able to against against
Cleveland.
They should be able to beat Cleveland, but I think the Yankees will hand them their head. I really do.
Man.
Uh-oh. Look out. Look out, Tigers.
It'd be a big upset, though, man. Big upsets happen.
Oh, yeah. It would be great to see. I'm serious. I'm pushing for the Subway Series, but first the Mets have to survive against the Dodgers, which is the Mets playing to try and get back. You know, the Dodgers are trying to beat up the team that stole Dodger Blue from them. You know what I mean? Because that's how they came up with the Mets colors.
Oh, is that how that happened?
Yes.
That's what you said.
Talked about that last time. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Dodger Blue. Yeah. And they took orange from the Giants, and they even took their NY, exactly their style of NY. It's the same one that the Giants had. So they took Dodger Blue and the Giants orange NY, and there you go. That was the Mets colors.
Oh, that's
so,
and the NY is what fooled all the Giants fans to go over there, but the Dodgers fans said, hell no, man.
Yeah, well, they might have caught. Okay, that's the right color, but no good.
So what do you say? What were you saying, Jimmy?
Yeah. What's up, Jimmy?
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy
Sosa. Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
That was a cubby boy.
Sammy Sosa. He's got an odd look these days. He's a.
He was a cubby boy. What do you mean, Sammy Sosa?
Steroids will do that to you. Look at the size of Barry Bonds' head.
Hey, I got a question. Here's a baseball. This is something I want to know. How did Big Papi get a pass on the roids, man? Everybody gets dirt thrown on him for it, but Big Papi just slid right through, man, like a greased rail, man.
Right. I was looking at Sosa's.
And he was known to be a juicer. Even I've talked to Boston fans at the Mariners ballpark, and they tell me, he goes through cycles. You know when he's juicing and when he's laying off.
Yeah, they do.
Boston Red Sox fans have told me that.
Yeah, but they don't care. They don't care. Look, as long as we can beat the Yankees and the ghost of Babe Ruth, we don't give a crap. That's really what that's about.
Yeah, but didn't Big Papi go right into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, no problems. Now here's what's funny.
What's he got going on?
I don't know.
Is
I don't know. That's a weird. That's a big weird
question I got about the whole thing.
Maybe he's got pictures of somebody. I don't know, but something he's got. That's for sure. I'll tell you what's funny about Sosa. Said he's a Cub, and that's when he was at the height of his career. Uncle, is when he was a Chicago Cub. But
that's what I thought it was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but before that, he was a Chicago White Sox. And then after the Cubs, when the Cubs cut him loose, when he had to stop juicing and he stopped hitting home runs, they gave him to the Baltimore Orioles. Then he took a year off in 2006 and came back with the Texas Rangers.
Dang, you mean
so he a bunch of teams. Sammy Sosa.
He been moving around. I know who you're talking about now. Sammy Sosa. I remember him.
Yeah, you know him. He was another home run hitter.
I had to think of. But
yeah, he played for the Cubs for a while, right? That was his team.
Long time. From
92
in the late 90s. Him and McGwire were racing for home run records.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was the thing. McGwire was the first one to break out, right? And he was he started with the Oakland A's, but where did he go? McGwire?
He's on the Braves.
Braves? He went to the Braves?
No, he was a Cardinal.
Oh, Cardinal.
He was a Cardinal.
He was an Oakland A.
He was a Cardinal. I know what I know of.
Right. He was a Cardinal for a while, and he was also an Oakland A. That's where he got his fame. That's where he got the big contract, is when he was with the Oakland A's, and he was on that team, Canseco and all that, right?
Yeah.
And the Bass brothers, Bonilla, the big bust.
Yeah. Bonilla. I know. Bonilla, he was a Met.
Yeah, well, the Mets bought him, and he went right in the toilet. So, and the Mets is paying off his contract like last year, that guy, Bonilla. They had to defer. Serious, they had to defer like his $150 million contract for like a decade. Just keep paying him deferred payments.
How long was he there for? Do you know, Chuck?
What's
that?
How long was he there for?
What, with the Mets?
Yeah.
He did 2 stints with the Mets, but one of them was like in 92 or 91, somewhere in there. That's when he signed a massive contract. It was the largest contract in like all baseball history. But let me see when McGwire was with which team, and then I'll check Bonilla out. But I know that
he was with St. Louis when he hit the most home runs. I know that.
Yeah. That's what St. Louis had him for
but
that.
he rose to fame initially
with the A's.
With the A's, and they were he was a power hitter then. But then when he came back to when he went to when he went to St. Louis, then all of a sudden his arms, which were kind of big to begin with, they got freakish. They started calling him Popeye, right? Because of the big freaking forearms.
Oh, yeah.
That was McGwire we're talking about now?
Yeah.
Had huge forearms.
Forearms, McGwire. McGwire. He did. I remember it now. Yeah, he did.
Baseball commentators, like during spring training, were going up to him like, damn, Mark, how'd you get so big? And he's like, I've been training in the weight room a lot. Yeah, right. Let's see. Mark McGwire's teams. Where is he at? They say at some point he played for the Padres, too. Let's see.
I would know if Mississippi.
He was also a hitting coach for the Dodgers a little while, too. McGwire was.
I'm just talking about his
a few years ago.
His playing days. They say something about him being with the Padres.
Right.
But what?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know he was with the Padres.
I can't remember. They move around so much. It's hard to remember.
It's your Mrs. Sidekick.
Would she know? Yeah, maybe.
She may, because she
it could have been during the era she was watching the games because she's living there.
Right. She may know. She may know. That's a good question. May ask her that.
Could be.
Because I didn't know that.
Dang, so much playoff action, so much to talk about. Uncle, you're talking a lot more than we thought you might, huh?
It's because I'm leaning over to the nice side. See, the tooth hurts on this side, but I'm leaning my tongue over.
Yes, so people know Uncle has a little bit of issue with his teeth in here. They're a different set of teeth than usual, so we're working through it. But man, you are powering through.
I'm working through it because I know how I'm talking now, not touching the south side.
You could probably use a drink, man. I'm thinking you could use a drink.
Where's
a drink?
I heard him with
now you're talking there, Ed.
I mean, that's the old Western days. You get some dental work, you got some whiskey out of it, man.
Do we have any special drink so we can let's up?
You know what? We need to add the mini fridge in this room so I can just grab something.
Yeah.
I'd have to do a trek to the downstairs area.
Let's point.
There's an idea right there.
And do that.
I mean, I could do that.
Mini fridge.
We got lines here.
Yeah,
Put
mini
these
fridge.
lines up.
Yes, Uncle's looking at all the different cords on the floor, which on Instagram viewers will get to see all these cords. Aren't those beautiful?
All the cords on Instagram.
Man,
you got all of those cords, and not a one of those cords is going to the mini fridge.
Yeah, exactly.
One open container.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's what the fridge could be, Uncle.
That could be the fridge one.
That would definitely work.
You have to go get one.
Well, yeah, it's the hard
part.
Got
to go find it.
Got an open slot for the mini fridge, huh?
Yeah, we're all ready to go on that.
I see him here.
It's meant to be.
We only use it on Fridays.
That's the rule for it. Yeah.
So we can put the drinks in it.
It's a strict
that
rule.
way you don't have to go up and down the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's hard. I could get hurt.
Then it's do that all the time, and you have to take a break just to get the food, get the drink.
I know.
I mean, so let us think about that on here.
Think about it. We will. Yeah. I feel like, where are we at, Chuck? Is this the end of the show? I don't even know.
Where are we at? We don't know what we're doing. We're just talking.
Ready?
Who knows about the end of the show?
Open-ended, baby.
Open-ended. Oh, wait. I was into it. Any more people on the line? Start talking.
They're on there. They're open. So
Let's go, people.
Keep calling. 3
Hello.
Come on, man.
Wait. Somebody's
here. Accidents, you can call in anonymous right now.
There you go.
Who did the man? Who was he batting for? And he broke that record.
Oh, McGwire.
McGwire. What are we talking
who are we asking? McGwire.
Well, Bonds has a record. He hit 73 one year.
Yeah, it was Bonds. Yeah,
it
was Bonds.
73 home runs.
Oh, you know what?
McGwire
was also part of one of the Olympic teams, by the way.
Oh,
that's right. It was.
And according to his Wikipedia, which is the only place I found this put together properly, he only played for 2 teams, the Oakland A's and the St. Louis Cardinals. Now,
that's right.
He became a coach for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yes, I heard about
hitting coach,
that.
yeah.
Yes,
and
I heard about that.
Padres. As I said, I knew he was somewhere in a Padre uniform, but this is the way it went. The Oakland A's, he starts in 86, and he finished his time as a rookie in 87. I remember the 86 baseball card, was his rookie card. Anyways, that's in 86, right? So he starts his career in 86, all the way up to 97. He was with the Oakland A's. Then in 97, this is when he all of a sudden bulked up and his home run stats went from really good to insanely good. In 97, he moves over to the St. Louis Cardinals. He was with them for only 4 years, from 97 to 2001. Then he returns as a coach.
Don't worry about it.
McGwire. He returns as a coach, St. Louis Cardinals, 2010 to 2012. Los Angeles Dodgers from 2013 to 2015. And the San Diego Padres from 2016 to 2018. So he got a bunch of 2-year contracts as like a hitting coach.
Aha, hitting coach.
Was an all.
What that tells you, forget about the roids. He was respected as a guy that knew about hitting.
Well, right. And remember this, I told you he started to hit insanely well in 97, right? So he made the All-Star. He made 12 All-Star appearances. And from 87 to 92, he's in. That's way before steroids. And then he got back in 95 and continued on to the year 2000. So from 95 to 2000, he's on the All-Star team. And from 87, which is really his first full year, to 92, he's on the All-Star team.
Oh.
Plus,
I'm just saying that, he was respected in the game beyond the roids as a guy who knew hitting, or they're not going to hire him as a hitting coach.
Well, right. And his first World Series appearance was in 89. If you remember that was the great earthquake game.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Oh, really?
The Freeway
I thought he was there in 88, too.
Yeah, the Freeway series between the A's and the A's and the Dodgers, right? In 89.
Right.
No, that was the Giants and the A's. The Dodgers. He was in the '88 series with the Dodgers.
He wasn't.
The Giants was in that one. You're right. The Giants were in that
one. A's in the earthquake. But the year before, he was with the A's when the Dodgers and the Dodgers beat the A's in '88 with McGwire and.
Yeah, you're correct about that. They swept the Giants. The Athletics swept the Giants in 4 games in '89. That's the series.
In '89.
In '89, that's his first World Series appearance.
Oh, the past then.
So
no, he was in '88 though too. With the A's against the Giants. I mean, A's against the Dodgers.
Well, it doesn't say that here on his page. So. I don't know, but let's just check real fast. Was he?
I swear, him and what's the other guy? The guy that wrote the tell-all book about the roids, bumping the forearms and all.
Roger Clemens?
No, the A's guy. Oh man, starts with a C or something.
Canseco.
Oh, Canseco? You're talking about Jose
Canseco? Yeah, Canseco and McGwire.
Canseco. You're right. Canseco.
Hey, well, maybe, McGwire was in the '88 series. I don't want to swear it, but I could be wrong.
Right. Canseco was with the Oakland A's. You're right. Yes. I remember that.
That's the answer.
Yes,
you're right.
It didn't list it on his page, but I went and I checked deeper, and I see Mark McGwire gets the Athletics their first victory of the 1988 World Series with a walk-off home run in Game 3.
That was it. Yeah.
He was there.
There was something.
In the World Series. That's true, but it wasn't on his page. I swear to you, it's not on his. I'll take a screenshot.
That's weird, yeah.
That don't make any
shows you how you can trust the internet, huh?
It has clear.
You can't trust that internet if it's saying that. No, don't
not
believe
always,
it.
but I'm just telling you, under career highlights, I'm going to screenshot it. I'm going to take a screen grab. Under career highlights, it shows All-Star Game, 87 to 92, right? And the next thing down says 2 World Series. It only says for 2, for 1989 and 2011.
That's strange.
Huh. Well, they screwed up.
Yeah, and then he was also the AL Rookie of the Year in 87. He's got a Gold Glove in 1990. He's got 3 Silver Slugger Awards, 92, 96. Again,
That's
this
right.
is cool.
That's right.
His voice.
I do remember McGwire. Yes, I
And
do remember that.
Yeah, here's the other funny thing is
You
he's
got to respect him too.
Yeah, he's the home run.
He's one of the guys who kind of was semi-repentant. You know, he kind of apologized.
Right. Well, here's
more than a lot of them have done.
And he was using human growth hormone, if I remember correctly, which was kind of like a gray area.
Yeah, and that shouldn't even be on the list, man. That's ridiculous.
True.
That just helps those guys recover from any game.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that helps you recover from the injuries. It's not really, but then again, so do steroids. See, to me, some of these steroids are not exactly cheating. You know, if they use it from an injury, it's not cheating. You know, you keep using it to enhance your performance, there's a problem. But anyway, in 87, as a rookie, remember, he led the majors in home runs. So he's leading the majors in home runs before the steroids in 87, 96, and 99. Right. Now, 99, you could say he was using the roids when he led in, I mean, this is a bit much. He led it in RBIs. RBIs, he led the National League in RBIs and also led the majors in home runs.
Yeah.
He's also in the Athletics Hall of Fame, the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame, and he's on the Major League Baseball All-Century team, they call it. I don't know if you guys know about that.
Oh, yeah, he should.
I never heard of that.
I'm not like approving of the roid stuff, but those guys were good ball players and they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame and all that.
McGwire
and everything like we said last week.
Yeah, McGwire still would have been a great power hitter and a great hitter in general. You know, did he cheat?
Exactly.
I kind of think, you know, you could say he did, but honestly, you know, he would have been great anyway. It's not like that's
same
the only
with Bonds
place.
And you know, they would have hit fewer home runs because really what it does, it makes you stronger.
You know what?
Maybe a little faster too, but
you know what I wonder?
You know, but,
is if Bonilla going in the toilet is because he was on the roids at the time him and Barry were, you know, on the same team. And of course, Barry Bonds was kind of protecting him because you'd rather pitch to him than pitch to Bonds, maybe. You know, so you almost want to walk Bonds, but you don't want to walk Bonilla and Bonds. So it might have gotten him juicier.
Yeah, Bonds got walked with the bases loaded, man. That's true.
Because you knew you were
Bonds was walked at least once with the bases loaded.
Yeah, because you
walk and run in rather than face that guy.
But Bonilla, though, he might have been on the roids and then, you know, dropped it when he went to the Mets. Oh, okay, I don't need the roids anymore because I can't remember the exact figure, but you know, what was Bobby Bonilla's contract worth? Anyway, as we roll through this baseball stuff, we are way over, you know, time.
Yeah, I think we did it. I think we've achieved what we were out to achieve, didn't we, Uncle?
We hit the jackpot. When Eddie gets on the show, he fills my stuff up.
Sure.
You can see that.
Yes.
I went to parking and Jimmy for a minute. Poor Jimmy ain't get on a couple of wins in.
I know.
Here's a big question. Man. If Ed is the jackpot, what is creative accidents?
Uh-oh. Oh, my.
The mystery.
That's like winning the lottery?
The mystery talker?
Mystery talker.
Mystery talker.
It's a mystery talker.
He's the what do they call those mega lottery things, man?
Yeah, Powerball.
It's not too late, man. The lines are still open, CA. Come on, man.
There you go. You can show up right now.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think we're getting.
We love you, brother. Come on in. Come on in.
Hey, we're gonna have a good conversation, but I honestly thought we were gonna have this with the baseball, but all of a sudden, it filled in my discussion. But I haven't talked much to Jimmy.
Well,
he is there. Yeah.
Where's Jimmy?
He's there.
If Jimmy's still there, I don't know. Let me go check the line because I'm not even looking at it because people can just get in. Jimmy's still there. And lines are still open. Hey, one quick note, because I mentioned the whole Bobby Bonilla thing and why am I aggravated? Well, let me tell you something. Bobby Bonilla retired years ago from baseball, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is if you read an article on July 1st of 2024, it says "Happy Birthday, Bobby Bonilla." Okay, and why do you say that? Because they are paying him. Okay, they have paid Bobby Bonilla more than $1 million a year. Okay, on each July 1st since 2011. So they've been paying him more than $1 million a year for a guy who hasn't played for them in over a decade. Because they're still paying.
When did he decide to retire? When did he retire? When did he resign to retire?
I don't know. I'm going to take a look now because that was my next question. Is wait a minute, how long has it been? It's not even playing.
I know. That's why I was going to ask that. That's what I was asking.
I totally understand. I sympathize with Chuck because baseball stuff gets under your skin. Back when, what's his name? He's on the Dodgers now, but he's injured. But he drilled Hanley Ramirez in the 2014 playoffs in the ribs and cracked his ribs. And he was the Dodgers' best hitter that year. First game, first at bat, disabled the guy.
Oh,
Kelly. Yeah, that's a guy.
Kelly.
Sticks under your ribs, but Bonilla is the thorn in Chuck's side in baseball. I know those thorns, man.
Well, here's the deal.
I got plenty of them.
What are you saying? It was Kelly.
The worst thing, Bobby Bonilla, is this, Ed. He retired. Are you ready for this? Yeah. Bobby Bonilla retired from Major League Baseball after the 2001 series season.
When they won it?
Collected money for...
So he retired. Understand this. He retired 23 years ago. And for the past decade, the Mets have been paying him $1 million a year every year on his birthday.
So that's where the money's been going.
Ohtani's huge contract, a huge record-breaking Ohtani contract. Most of that is downloaded to the end of his career and after his career.
Well, here's the funny thing.
They got those baseball fines for if you're over too big a payroll.
Yep.
So they deferred a lot of Ohtani's money till after he's going to be gone.
There wasn't even a salary.
You know what I'm saying? I think Bonilla had a thing like that. Going on.
At the time in 1991 or whatever, he got the largest baseball contract in history. And here's the funny thing: according to this, on the first thing that pops up, the AI overview, on Google, says this. You ready? He will continue to receive payments from the New York Mets until 2035.
Whoa.
He will be.
What did they get into with him?
It's called a pension, okay? I don't know what you're talking
payments
about.
Out like that so that they can have more payroll for other players.
This isn't his pension, Aaron. This is payments to defer. Hold on, let me finish the sentence. He will continue to receive payments from the New York Mets until 2035, when he will be 72 years old. This is due to a deferred salary arrangement that the Mets made with Bonilla when he was traded away from the team before the 2001 series, because he was such garbage on the team that they couldn't get rid of him, and he had a thing in his contract where it was like, you can't trade me without my approval. So the only way the Mets get him to approve is say, look, we'll trade you away. Whatever the other team pays you, don't worry about it. We're going to backload your pay so that your contract from us, we're still going to pay the whole contract, but over time.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Nice. It's called nice work if you can get it. Is what we call that.
I see what you mean by that now.
It's the name of
that. You know what the counter to that is though.
Go ahead.
About 12 years ago, they offered Clayton Kershaw when he was at his prime. They offered him like a 10-year, $350 million. That was the biggest thing anybody'd ever made. He said, "Man, that much per season." I earn that, but I can't guarantee I'm going to pitch at this level for that long. And he said, let's shorten that. And now he goes on 1-year contracts because he's always injured and everything. Mm-hmm. So there's a guy that had a little integrity is all,
Right.
Is he with them still?
Because he said, no, I'm not going to take that long of a contract. I can't be sure I'm going to live up to to the performance that I'm doing now that is worth that money. And so let's shorten it. And that's what they did.
You know, they're getting smart. They're getting smart, the ball players now. Saying what you just said, Ed. For what Ed said.
It depends on how you define smart. It depends on the way you look at it.
But, Bonilla, I'm not blaming him. He got that contract. He can make him pay it,
Yeah.
Even if he sucked,
I can't believe he did.
Yes.
But what was him and Bonds both went out into the market at the same time, and the Mets were trying to get either one. And I remember it was like, oh crap, they didn't get Bonds because Bonds wanted to go to San Francisco. He didn't want to go to the Mets. That was the thing. And they went to go.
Oh, is that it? Because I heard nobody wanted Bonds. He got blackballed.
No, his price. Okay, so Bonds' price was pretty high. But the crazy thing is, Bonilla got paid more. And the reason is because it was like, we want all these guys from the A's, and they wanted to, strip the whole thing. Remember, it was like, we want the Bash brothers. And that was all of them. And they wanted all their heavy hitters, and they were all free agents at the same time. And Bonds and Bonilla, it was like the race. The Mets were trying to get both of them. Because I used to keep, deep track of that crap at the time.
Oh, yeah. You'd be watching that. I would think that.
Yeah, Bonds. He was finally, he was finally diminishing, but he was still going to hit you 25, 30 home runs, and hit 280. And who doesn't need a guy like that in their lineup?
And the hilarious thing is that Bonilla's contract starts out as only $29 million.
Oh man.
And the $29 million isn't so bad. You're saying to yourself, well, why do I got to pay him over the course of 20 years? Here's the thing. It also includes, interest. There's an interest payment added to it. So as that compounds, 25 years, they pay it out over 25 years with an 8% interest. Now think about that. If they're saying about $6 million of it was you had 8% on the $6 million. So if you compound that annually,
I could live really good off of his interest, man.
I take his interest. Listen, pay me to do anything for his interest, pretty much.
Yeah. You guys,
buddies. I could live really good. I could retire a long time ago on his interest, man.
I'd say this. Anybody would do that.
Anybody would do that.
So Bonilla, he had a good agent, man. He had a good agent working for him. He got a good deal.
Agent slash banker or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was that Scott. Remember that guy? He was the biggest agent in the 90s.
Did he have Boris? Scott Boris was his guy?
Yeah, Boris, right.
Yeah, Scott Boris is notorious for getting guys good, getting big money for guys.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Some teams won't even deal with Boris.
Right. They don't even want to forget it. It's that guy, then we're going to have
I think the Mariners refuse to deal with him.
That's funny.
That's why they never win.
All right, everybody.
Okay, Uncle. This is it, Uncle. We hit the end of the show here.
End of the show, fellas.
Okay.
Do we
need to do shout-outs?
Last thing to remember before we do shout-outs, Uncle. Okay, we'll organize the shout-outs and get you out of here. But you know that Ohtani contract?
Yeah.
It's 23 and a third times the amount that Bonilla was paid in his initial contract.
Double that?
Hell yeah, and it's all deferred too. Yeah.
And it's got all these.
It's openly that
Don't worry, people. Don't worry. Ohtani had wish he got the World Series. He's got one thing coming ahead of him. Those Mets are well ready to go.
Hey, Uncle, one time when you're feeling better, brother, we got to talk about your animosity towards Ohtani. It's not his fault the Angels couldn't get a winning team around him.
No, they never did. They never can. The point is,
but don't be mad at Ohtani for it, man.
They never could. No,
exactly.
I was talking about. Look at what the other guys do. What's his name?
They should have had a huge team built around Trout and Ohtani. They should have had
Mike Trout.
He's been sitting there.
Yeah,
I don't know how long.
But now,
and he
be happy for Ohtani. Uncle Happy. Ohtani's on a team who has a bunch of wealthy, rich guys who love baseball, and they're willing to spend on putting a good team together. Be happy for Ohtani.
There you go.
He's
So
got good players around him, and he's in the playoffs for the first time.
Exactly. Ed, although I love all this, Uncle's calling it, so I got to help him usher it out. Go ahead with your shout out, and we'll get through you. And Jimmy James is waiting on the line. I want to give him a chance. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
My shout out is to Uncle himself, because feeling as bad as he does with the dental work and everything, he still came on and let us talk some baseball and everything. Thank you, Uncle.
You're welcome.
Exactly. Uncle, still being a trooper. We love hearing from Ed. Ed, you know what's fun? Put in a special identifier on the switchboard for when Ed calls in, and actually it's custom. It actually says Ed, the mailing guy. I put that in years ago because Aaron tells me, hey, look, you should see these packages. And he's showing me pictures of packages that Ed had sent to Aaron. Remarkable stuff. Ed would put a whole lot of thought and energy.
By the way, when are we gonna get our mailbox?
Yeah, I need to figure out one that I can actually make it to. First of all,
sore subject.
Yeah, because you hit something there, Chuck. You hit something there. Because I do miss the call, these letters from Ed.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
Man, I'm sorry.
I miss those letters.
We'll do that. My shout out is quick to post office boxes and the like.
Post office boxes.
And providers of them. Providers of mailboxes.
P.O. boxes and the people that love them. All right.
Still getting one.
That's my shout out. But we should go to Jimmy. Let's go to
Jimmy. Jimmy, your turn.
James, you get to actually speak. Go ahead. Your shout out.
Yeah, actually speak. Yeah.
Shout out to the Dodgers. I misspoke earlier. Of course, you didn't get Sammy Sosa. You got Tommy Sosa, which is even better.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Jimmy. Great to talk to you.
Tommy Sosa, you remember him, the big fat.
Tommy Lasorda.
Tommy Lasorda, you're talking. Yes, now I know who you're talking about. I've been trying to. Wait a minute, where's he going with this? Yes, I know who you're saying. Yeah, I know. Now I understand where he was coming. You were talking baseball. I forgot the owner of the man.
Oh, my God, Jimmy, that is a hell of a mix-up between Tommy Lasorda and Sammy Sosa. You would never mix those two guys up in a bar, no matter how drunk you are.
Yeah, they'd probably straighten you out.
The guy who does the talking versus the home run hitter. I'm a Sammy Sosa, and I'm an order, and he talked like that. And you got Tommy Lasorda, who sounds like the L.A. version of, I don't know, me. Tommy Lasorda, wow. That's a whole other topic, isn't it, Jimmy James?
It sure is.
Yeah.
So shout out to Tums. Didn't he do the Tums commercials? Tommy Lasorda, right? Tums commercials.
Yeah, he was always doing the special meals. Lose weight like me. Yes. I'm Tommy Lasorda.
Oh yes, I remember.
I used to weigh 300 pounds.
I remember them. I remember that. Yeah, I remember those. That's why my father liked the Dodgers. Because of him.
Oh, because of Lasorda?
I have a feeling, yes, it was.
Maybe.
I believe that's what it was for, because of him. I have a feeling, I think it was. Okay. Now to think about it.
All right, well, I can't.
Isn't it strange when you see people like, they just go for a product because somebody they like endorses it? Isn't that wild? It's like, well, that musician drinks that soda, so I'm going to drink it. Or, they like that. They like Avion. They had rock stars selling Avion bottles of water when bottled water was like a rare, like high-end thing, right? It's like, go get the Avion. That's the good water. That's the water rock stars drink, right?
That's why they're paid so much to endorse it, because it works.
And that's long before anybody came up with the word influencers, right? There were influencers out there. It was like, look, the guy from Metallica, he eats Doritos,
Yeah. Something like that.
The guys from Stone Temple Pilots love Taco Bell. Go for it. Go run for the border with the guys from Stone Temple Pilots or what. I mean, I'm making stuff up here, obviously, but still funny.
Okay. Next week.
Yeah, what's coming up on the show?
We're going to talk about what we were talking earlier about these guys and do call in and straighten them out. How's that sound?
Straighten me out?
No, not you out.
Oh.
Them, the people that talk.
Oh, them. We're going to straighten. Okay, them out. I like that.
I said them, the ones that were talking about. We're talking about this earlier.
I follow it.
My idea, we talked about it off air, but we're going to try my idea where we're going to call into other shows.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yes, that.
Yeah, we talked about it off air. So just for the listeners to know what Uncle's talking about, we're going to call in other shows that are now copying us. It seems like they suddenly decided to start doing Friday night open mic because they're copying the Ocelli Radio Network. So the Uncle Show is going to call them.
Yeah, open Uncle Show.
We'll give you a line. Here's Uncle. What do you want there, ladies and gentlemen, over there at that other show? What are you doing? What are you saying?
Exactly. That's my point. That's what I'm going to say.
That's your point. That's the point. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Hope they have these teeth by then.
It could be a good promotional effort by us. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we made it, Uncle. We made it through Friday.
I made it through. Because I had that.
Que pasa radio, como se dice? I don't know.
Right.
Que pasa? Oh, I know. Que pasa? Hop along, Kimosabi. All right, here we go. There you go. See if they can sort that out. All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do
And
you
then,
speak Portuguese? Huh?
Yeah.
Do you speak Portuguese?
Yeah.
Uncle,
I really want to talk that kind of talk on my show now. Now you're getting me to go.
Okay. Well,
you wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't be able to talk it.
You got me on that one. I definitely did.
You'd be sitting there listening to it.
Go ahead, Uncle. Bring us on home. It's almost an hour of the Uncle Show anyway, but go ahead.
348 in the history books. Bye-bye.
There you go.
Goodbye.